Welcome to Facts TV News, where everything is true. Man wanted for shooting cop and 12-year-old boy held at airport. A Kingston man who was accused of shooting and injuring a policeman and a 12-year-old boy and later going on the run was apprehended and charged at the Sangster International Airport after he attempted to leave the island. Reports from the police are that the man, identified as 31-year-old Dujon Peter Higler at Drackett's Place, Kingston 14, was held on Thursday, February 18, and charged with shooting with intent, wounding with intent, and illegal possession of firearm. Reports are that on Monday, March 16, 2020, at about 12:55 a.m., a police team was on mobile patrol in the Kingston 14 area when they saw Peter and two other men. Upon seeing the police, the men opened gunfire at the team. The police returned fire, however, the men escaped. A 12-year-old boy and a police constable were shot and injured during the incident. They were taken to the hospital where they were treated. Peter was subsequently arrested and charged. His court date is being finalized. Legislation to protect personal information being prioritized. The government is prioritizing legislation to deal with cybercrime and to safeguard the privacy and personal information of Jamaicans during the upcoming fiscal year. These include implementation of the Data Protection Act and promulgation of data protection regulations, as well as drafting regulations under the Telecommunications Act. A review of the Cybercrimes Act will also be undertaken. This was disclosed by Governor General Sir Patrick Allen as he outlined imperatives for the Science, Energy and Technology Ministry during his throne speech to open the 2021-2022 Parliament year at Government House on Thursday, February 18th. As it relates to the energy portfolio, he said that the government's plan to enact several pieces of legislation, including the Electricity Amendment, Indemnification and Validation Act, the Petroleum Downstreams Activity Act, the Petroleum Amendment Act, and the Electricity Electric Power Whaling and Net Building Regulations. We are on a mission to secure Jamaica's energy future through diversification and the provision of alternative, sustainable, and environmental-friendly sources. Jamaica is now a regional leader in renewable energy, boasting some of the largest solar and wind facilities, the Governor General said. Criminal probe underway in JamCovid application breach. The government has initiated a criminal investigation into an apparent breach of the JamCovid application. This was announced in a statement issued by the Ministry of National Security Thursday evening and came mere hours after the opposition People's National Party (PNP) had called for a proper probe into the matter. When a security vulnerability is identified in respect of a government system, the government has a duty to investigate and rectify it, the statement said. It added that, under Jamaican law, we also have a duty to ensure that any unauthorized access to data is investigated and prosecuted. Under Section 3 of the Cybercrimes Act, any person who knowingly obtained for himself or any other person unauthorized access to any program or data held in a computer commits an offense. The statement said the matter has been referred to the Communication Forensics and Cybercrime Unit of the Jamaica Constabulary Force and the Major Organized Crime and Anti-Corruption Agency for further investigation. While stating that a full investigation was now underway, the Security Ministry has outlined the following. The database is hosted on an AWS cloud server account owned by the Government of Jamaica. An independent review has been commissioned of the security of the system. Results of this review are expected within the next 24 hours. The systems of the Passport, Immigration and Citizenship Agency were not in any way affected, compromised, or exposed by the vulnerability. Meanwhile, the administration said it stands by the JamCovid-19 application. The application has been a critical element of our controlled entry program and has served us well in our management of the pandemic. The identified vulnerability has been rectified and the security protocols around the application will continue to be monitored to ensure that they meet the highest standards, it stated. Following news of the data breach, the opposition PNP, through its spokesman on Science, Technology and Commerce, Hugh Graham, demanded a thorough investigation into the matter, despite assurances from the government that the matter had been rectified. Graham said the Ministry of National Security, Dr. Horace Chang, must be prepared to address the Parliament about reports that sensitive data of Jamaicans and other visitors were left on an unsecured server. Graham, in a statement, pointed to reports which surfaced on Wednesday, which he noted indicated that data ranging from COVID-19 test results uploaded to the Visit Jamaica website, quarantine orders, and even 440,000 signatures were accessible to the general public for an unknown amount of time. It's easy to say the data is now secure, but we need to know what caused this breach in the first place, and the public must be assured that this will not recur. We're inviting people to come to Jamaica and upload sensitive data through this application, so we must guarantee our visitors that their private data will be safe, Graham said. Commenting further, the first-term Member of Parliament said, with the kind of information that was left open to the potential abuse, we cannot rule out malicious intent without a clear, transparent, thorough investigation. It can't be that you find out about this kind of breach and a few hours later you say at present there is no evidence to suggest malicious intent. 343 new COVID-19 cases, no deaths on Friday. Jamaica recorded its third highest number of COVID-19 cases over a 24-hour period, with 343 new cases reported on Friday, according to the Ministry of Health and Wellness. The newly confirmed COVID-19 cases bring the total number of cases on record for the island to 20,924. There were no deaths linked to the illness on Friday, resulting in the number of persons dying from the coronavirus remaining at 391. However, the deaths of 2 COVID-19 patients are under investigation. There were 55 new recoveries recorded on the day, bringing total recoveries to 12,883. Of the newly confirmed cases, 168 are males and 167 are females, with the sex of 8 individuals under investigation. The age of all positive ranges from 16 days to 89 years. The cases were recorded in St. Catherine 77, Kingston and St. Andrew 52, St. Anne 35, Manchester 34, St. James 29, St. Elizabeth 27, Trelawney 25, Hanover 15, St. Mary 13, St. Thomas 12, Portland 11, Clarendon 10, and Westmoreland 3. There are 28 moderately ill patients and 20 critical ill patients among the 7,442 active cases now under observation in Jamaica. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell for daily updates.